Now, page 4, big, bold strokes for 2020. Here's some advice to Republican candidates running for Congress. Whether running in a very red district or very blue district, speak the Constitution. Talk about the fundamentals of our republic. Embrace liberty. Focus on personal property rights. Teach about how confiscatory taxation is an attack on a person's very soul. Connect the dots between keeping more of our hard-earned money and smaller, limited government. Preach strong national security. Explain to voters why an open border is so dangerous to all of us. Promote a secure southern flank. Project common-sense pro-America immigration laws. Educate the constitutionally uneducated. Remind why we have a Second Amendment, that it's all about keeping a rogue government at bay. Talk about the lower federal court system and why it needs to be overhauled by Congress. Run on congressional term limits and a balanced budget requirement. And yes, talk of impeachment and the reason the framers of the Constitution gave it to us and why it does not apply to this president. In other words, congressional candidates should accept and not run away from the pro-America policies of President Trump. Too many candidates in 2018 ran away from President Trump, and look at the net results. California Republicans got slaughtered, and the Democrats regained the House of Representatives. Most of the Trump agenda and policies are conservative and constitutionally based. It's a wonderful thing. Now is the time to paint a stark contrast between the radicals on the fascist left and pro-America candidates. Indeed, a winning message is a big, bold, constitutional message. And so that is how the Republican Party beats constitutional illiterates like AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
This is a manufactured crisis because there is no need for us to do this.
Stop tape. So there's no need for us to stop people at the border, is effectively what she's saying. There's no need for us to detain the people who have violated our sovereignty by the thousands, AOC, 100,000 a month they're coming. We should just have complete and total open borders if you're listening to what she's saying. And as far as manufactured crisis, yes, AOC, you're absolutely right. This crisis is 100% manufactured by you and your Democrat leadership, which is refusing to do its fiduciary, fundamental constitutional job. The Article 1 job, Article 1, Section 8, which delineates in the Constitution what the job of the Congress is, and that is to secure this republic, and protect this republic from an invasion, which is what is happening at the border right now. So yes, 100% manufactured on the part of the modern Democrat Party, and too many Republicans, by the way, who are asleep at the switch and allowed legislation to pass and be signed into law that is now coming back to haunt us. Because these people are not taking advantage of so-called loopholes. They're taking advantage of laws that were passed by the United States Congress and signed into law by various presidents of the United States. Roll tape.
There's no need for us to overcrowd and to detain and under-resource.
Stop tape. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Again, you're right. There's no need for this overcrowding. There's no need to under-resource. You have control of the purse strings. You are allowed to fund Department of Homeland Security and the Border Patrol on down to stop this nonsense, to beef it up. In fact, you're allowed, as a member of the United States Congress, to pass legislation that would supplant the existing legislation that allows these people to take advantage of our country and our generosity and take advantage of these laws that should never have been passed and never been put into law. So yeah, it shouldn't be happening, but you're in control. You are in the House of Representatives, AOC. You have a vote, and you have a say, too big a say in some cases, and you can approach Nancy Pelosi and your leadership and say, hey, we need to solve this problem as Article 1 prescribes on behalf of the American people, but it's not happening. Instead, you're sitting there in a committee complaining and moaning about how things are overcrowded when you could be fixing it. Up is down and down is up. The political chaos is by design, and they're going to allow this to slow burn all the way through November 2020 because they want it to harm the 45th President of the United States. They want this narrative of children being kept in cages in order to harm the President and all Republican candidates, when in reality, it's on them, all the Democrats in Congress and previous Congresses. Roll tape.
There is no need for us to arrest innocent people and treat them no differently than criminals when
Stop
they are
tape. I got a bulletin for you, AOC. They are criminals. It's a misdemeanor, and in my opinion, violating our sovereignty should be something a little stronger than a misdemeanor. It should be a felony with teeth behind it, immediate deportation, and if you're caught again, you're thrown in jail of the country in which you came from, not our jails. We shouldn't be paying for these people. None of these people should be in our jails. They should be deported. And Mexico should house the Mexicans that are in the Arizona jails right now, filling up the Arizona prisons. And Guatemala ought to house the Guatemalan criminals. Sure, they might try and return, but why should we be paying for their blight? So obviously, this woman should not be in Congress, nowhere near Congress. She's a constitutional illiterate. She's a radical. And frankly, she's an embarrassment. But a strong pro-America, pro-Constitution candidate who speaks the truth about the invasion at the southern border would be political kryptonite to this very myopic and very dangerous, hopefully temporary politician.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.